And let's get that going for Kate. Kate's here!
So it was August 2018. I was driving home in my little car with 2W70 air conditioning. 2 windows open as I was driving 70 miles an hour to cool down. Now I was miserable and crying, but not because of the heat. I had been so short-sighted. In my mid-40s, I decided to reinvent myself. My son started college, so I followed him to a new town after 18 years of living on Lake Michigan. I left my then job A for job B. Now job B had amazing projects with a young creative team on a large corporate campus, and the pay was great. I was on a 90-day contract to hire. If I did well in 90 days, job B would hire me. But at 90 days, my job B boss said, "I'm so sorry. We love your work, but we can't hire you right now. We want to extend your contract for another 90 days. And I agreed because contractor pay. My boss did this 5 more times until job B announced a reorganization. Employees on my team were going to a new department by the next quarter. The keyword there being employees, not contractors, so I was out. But don't worry, my job B boss said at my goodbye lunch. The new department will launch in July and we'll hire you in then. And I believed her, but it was May and I couldn't afford to just not work for a couple of months. Luckily, I landed at job C within a few days of job B ending. And again, it was contracting, but only a 12-week assignment. And it was a huge step down. So first off, the office was big, but they had just gone through a layoff, so it was very empty. My team consisted of a boss and 3 middle-aged tech guys who were not happy that I was there. I had a 45-minute drive to work and a pay cut. Contractor pay. But don't worry, I thought, you'll be back at job B soon. But it was weird, the job C assignment was process documents. What are process documents? With these you document every step that you do at a job. Many industries, insurance, healthcare, government, they require these for audit processes. Now, unfortunately, process documents are the business equivalent to flossing your teeth. You're supposed to do them, but no one does. Companies just have better things to do with their time. Now, but I can create process documents. Easy, boring, peasy. But as I dug in, I realized it wasn't 12 weeks of work. It was like 4. Then it would have been 4 if I could have got the tech guys to review the documents for me. I'd hand one off. There's 3 tech guys. Bob's getting a lot of playtime tonight. Bob, Bill, and Don. And I would hand off the documents for Bob. Bob would read them and say, I can't sign off on these until Bill does. And Bill isn't here. He's on vacation for a week. You'll have to grab him next week. So I would wait a week and then hand off the documents to Bill. Bill would read the documents and say, you know what? I really can't sign these off until Don sees them. And guess what? Don's on vacation till next week. Now, the tech guys did this to me all summer long, and there's a little bit of glee with it. It was funny to them. And I tried to talk to the boss and say, hey, I can't get these documents signed, but nothing changed. So for about week 5 or 6, I had nothing to do. You can only proofread the same material so many times, and I didn't want to be seen surfing the internet or playing on my phone. Having nothing to do is soul-sucking. Don't worry, I keep telling myself, you still have job B. Until I didn't. I checked in with my former boss at job B, and she told me the reorganization was pushed to October due to a hiring freeze. But don't worry, she started saying, and I stopped listening at that point because I realized I had screwed up my career. I traded my worth for pay. And because of that, the job B boss was never going to hire. She never valued what I did. With job B gone, I had a new problem. The assignment at job C was ending in August, the worst month to be out of work. People are on summer vacation, they're taking their kids to college, they're getting their young kids ready for school. Nothing happens again until September. And my contracting agency wouldn't give me new work until my job C assignment ended. Even if I started sending resumes right then, I would be waiting until October to work. Now, I reached the last week of my assignment in early August. I met with Job C boss and the 3 tech guys. I told them I haven't received any final approval on this. I need 2 more weeks to get approvals. And the tech guys thought this was kind of funny there. But the Job C boss said, that's not gonna be possible. Bill elbowed Dawn. She thinks someone's actually going to read these things. Bob said to me, haven't you figured it out? You're a budget item. Now I looked at the boss and he scowled at the programmers. Well, Bob is kind of right. We had extra money in the budget this year. It's not a lot. With budgets, it's use it or lose it. We can't give it to our team due to salary restrictions, and it's earmarked for payroll, so we can't buy anything else. I'm afraid we just needed someone to spend that last bit of budget, and this project and you were it. It suddenly all made sense to me. Process documents, the programmer's not helping me. They didn't get a raise, and that's why I was crying in my car at the end of the day. All I wanted to do was meaningful work, and I sold myself for pay. Now, that summer wasn't all bad. I made money that paid for rent and food on the table, and sometimes you can't see the big picture. A few weeks after I left Job C, my agency found me at Job D, and I was working in cybersecurity, a newish field at the time. More importantly, Job D ultimately led me to my current job, where I'm fulfilling work with a wonderful team. I work from home, so no more 2W70 air conditioning. Now recently, someone I know lost a long-term job due to Doge cuts. They were sad and not sure what to do next. I emphasized, sucks. But I also told them, think about the big picture and never forget your real worth. Thank you.